Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in to this new track build. I'm here just north of Owen County, Indiana. Actually, I think we're still in Owen County, Indiana. It's actually 7 minutes from my driveway. That's where I'm building this track at today. So pretty excited. I had a buddy that's he's raced for years. We've known each other because of dirt bikes for probably 10 plus years. He actually moved down here close to me and we didn't know it until he reached out on Facebook looking for someone to build tracks. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, that's close to me, I think. So he sent me his address. And yeah, 7 minutes from my house. So pretty awesome that I get to build another track for kids to ride and potentially my kids to ride one day. So pretty stoked. The weather's absolutely perfect. It's like 54 degrees right now. I think the high is 74 today. Couldn't ask for a better day to be pushing dirt. So he's laying out the track right now with some stakes, marking out the perimeter, what he wants to do. He actually used his Strava app and rode the track on Strava so it tracked it out, which is, I never thought about that. That's awesome. It makes my life a lot easier. So he's taking it all out, and then we're gonna push the top off and make some jumps, and we'll warm the dozer up and we'll get started. Started pushing here a little bit after I laid out the course with the customer. It's actually got a mixture of clay, really good clay and topsoil, not a lot of rocks. So that's really nice. It's old farm ground on hayfield. So I pushed this berm up. Basically what we did is we laid it all out with a skid steer, and then like I took my land level with a skid steer, like drove in and took the grass down so I could see where I was going. Things like, just build what you want. So there's a big dip here, so I'm taking dirt from this low spot and I made this berm, and I'm making sure that water will shed from this high side. That way it'll all kind of go down this way, and then it'll only road out in one spot. So yeah, this is gonna be a pretty freaking cool track, but there's a lot of natural elevation change, and like there's a big hill over there. I can actually take a tabletop going this way, or a step up double, whatever, this way, and also one that way. So we're gonna crisscross and do that. I'll try a time lapse here in a little bit if I can. I actually had a track pretty far away from the truck, so all my supplies are over there, and I'm burning daylight. All right, I figured this would be a good, cool spot to stop and talk about what I'm doing and kind of how I lay out tracks. I guess the actual layout as far as turns and where it goes, the customer did that, but as far as where jumps go and how drainage goes, I decide that because I try to make it to where it doesn't hold water. I don't want to build ponds everywhere. So what I'm doing here, I'm following the natural terrain here. So this hill kind of slightly goes up. It goes up and goes down. So what I did is I carved out at the low side and pushed down to where I got clay, then pushed the clay up and made us a face to make like a step over double tabletop thing. And what I'm gonna do after I get this all done, I'm gonna turn the dozer around and come through and actually cut swales to go down to the low side. That way that water won't settle with that face. That water will come down and go out this way. So you always gotta think about that when you do build your jumps. You don't wanna just dig a damn gully, or you don't wanna take the dirt, or if you do take the dirt real deep in front of the jump, make sure you have a place to cut it lower to get the water to go. Whenever I was, I think we were 17 or 16, we had a buddy, my buddy Noel and I, we were building a track at his house, and we had our other buddy that was a union operator. He came out and built us berms where we told him to build them at, and not thinking, we built lakes everywhere. So ever since then, I'm like, oh, you can't do that. The water has to go somewhere. So just always keep that in mind if you guys are building track. Every time you rob dirt somewhere, make sure you have a lower spot to keep that water away from your faces and berms and everything else. Good morning. Day 2 here at the at this latest track build. I got quite a bit done yesterday, most of it roughed in. I finished 2 of the jumps, which you've already seen in the video already. Today I'm just going to do a lot of time lapse. I'm not going to try to fill up a lot more time in the video. I'm going to try to do as most efficient filming as possible, just to get quick action, just bam bam. You guys can see what you want to see. But first thing this morning, there's a new I'm gonna start a new jump coming this way. There's a big nice rolling hill. I'm gonna put a face on that end. We're gonna jump this way, probably around 70 feet or so. So I'm gonna try and make this more of a double and not a tabletop, because that tabletop, I don't know if you can see it, that tabletop over there is not that long, but I had to change the grade, like the elevation of the jump so much, I had to raise it so much, it took forever. So I wish the camera did this justice. I mean, this face on this thing is massive. I parked the skid steer in the middle of it, but the face is really long because it's starting downhill and it goes up. And then, I mean, it's a 70-foot double. Pretty wicked. Yeah, I'm doing my finishing touches out here. I want to do like real quick, like I don't know how much this you guys can see, but maybe you can see the rolling hills, the jumps in the distance. It looks like something out of a video game. I mean, perfect green grass, beautiful backdrop, and some booters. You can't ask for a much better situation than that. All right, Sunday, 7 o'clock, day 2 with this track build. Just wrapped it up. I went over everything with a fine-tooth comb, and I really wish videos and pictures did this justice. I mean, it looks like a postcard pulling up here. I took an extra amount of time tonight to backtrack everything and really tracking everything, make it look perfect, because I want people, for the first time that come right here, when I pull over this hill, I want them to be like, dang, who built that? And a lot of times I don't have the opportunity. I'm building tracks far away from home. I'm 7 minutes away. So when I'm done here loaded, it's gonna take me a few minutes to get home. It's not a big deal. So I didn't charge them any extra for this, but I was like, well, this is gonna help me advertise into local. So I took extra time, probably an extra 3 hours just to back drag and make everything look picture perfect. So like always, I appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe. Any questions about how I build these tracks, why I started building tracks, how I estimate tracks, yeah, email me, get a hold of me, or any excavation questions, how I got started in business. A lot of people have been reaching out to me lately, and I appreciate that. I share the knowledge I have. I'm not an expert. I don't know everything, but I have real world advice. All right, guys, you have a good one. We'll see you in the next one.